to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Ride, got the top let down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
You see the European grills, oh the lips gliss. Tank full of Theraflu, cause I be in them sick whips. Brick slip, roll with me, catch a contact. High definition popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood stunting when I leave, dude.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top chop, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know them haters can't stand it. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher candy. Ride on, ride, top let down. Weaving through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide, glide on the slab when I creep. Take a bath or you put your ass on them seats. Ride, got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Ride.
Yo, what's happening with everybody? Salute. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to an episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, we definitely got a lot to cook on today. So whenever you get in the building, make sure you hit the like button, smash on the like button, jump in the comments, let me know you in the building, and we definitely gonna cook. I ain't gonna waste no time, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So they don't send if they don't send the notifications out, they just don't send them out. Y'all catch it on the replay or whatever. But we're gonna get straight into it. So like I said, if you're in the building, jump in the comments, let me know you're in the building. If not, we get started anyway. A lot going on in boxing. And boxing is on another level right now. Boxing is on a whole nother level right now. And if you ask me, a lot of that is to Turki Alalshikh. I'm talking about he really putting on in a major way. And he's making sure no matter what, these fighters stay active. He damn near got a slave mentality when it comes to making these fighters stay active. So we definitely gonna get deep into that. And I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what I mean when I say that. So like I said, as you come in the building, let's see, we got some people coming in the building. We got John Kramer, what's happening with it? Cash Crypto, if you still in the building, salute. Zach B, what it do? Royalty Foes, what's happening with it? Calvin Elliott, what it do? He says, Kawhi in the building, blessings. Yes, sir. Emmanuel Pettigrew, what it do? Massa Sheik says it's Al Heyman making it happen. Yeah. You can see I'm confused by that. What's Al Heyman making it happen? I'm confused. You gotta elaborate on that. What is Al Heyman making? I'm not saying he ain't making certain things happen, but it ain't Al Heyman that got boxing on fire right now. Like I said, I don't do all of this network and promotional company banging. Al Heyman ain't got boxing popping right now. Absolutely not. Turki Alalshikh is the one that's really putting on, that got boxing popping right now. Al Heyman is not the one that's coming with these crazy mega cards. So, like I said, I don't know where you're getting that info from, but yeah. Anthony Johnson, what's happening with it? Salute. He said he's advising his fighters to fight everywhere. Bruh. Now that Al Heyman got a few of his fighters on the card with Turki Alalshikh over there on Terrence Crawford undercard, now it's Al Heyman that got everything popping. It's not, bro. Like you putting out misinformation. Al Heyman has gotten to the point to where he realizes that 13 shows, because if you don't know, PBC and Amazon Prime only have 13 shows, right? So he understands that his stable has to fight. He have fighters that he's advising that has to fight. So in order to, get these fighters active, he gotta let other, he gotta let him go with other entities. He gotta let him go with the Sheik because he realizes that Turki Alalshikh is the one that's really putting on for boxing. So you can't translate that into it's Al Heyman that's making shit pop off in boxing, because it's not. Anybody that's gonna tell the truth and keep it a buck, it's not. He just realized that he got to get with the program. Al Heyman realizes that, and salute to Al Heyman for actually realizing that and not holding his fighters back, because he could have been like, you know what? We're going to continue to move how we've been moving, continue to let these fighters sit on the shelf, and, but he didn't do that. So salute to him for actually letting his fighters, go and do business with Turki Alalshikh and move forward. Because like I said, in this business, the way it's going right now, you either gonna get on the train or you gonna get left behind. Straight like that. You either gonna get on board and get to moving with what Turki Alalshikh got going on, or you gonna get left behind. All these other promotional companies are doing business with Turki Alalshikh. If Al Heyman and the PBC are the only ones that's not doing business with him, they was gonna get left behind. So, Al Heyman, he realized that, and now he got a business relationship with them. That's all it is. And Al Heyman is a smart businessman. He wasn't gonna be the one that was being left behind at the end of the day. Mr. Davis says Al Heyman made the one card happen, but make no mistake that Turki is putting up big money to seal the deal. Salute to Al, though, for putting his fighters out there like that. First on the job. But like I said, man, we gonna keep it a buck, right? Because it's not like Al Heyman is doing something that these other promoters are not already doing. You feel what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn and some of these other promoters, they've been working with Turki Alalshikh. So Al Heyman just jumped on board with the other promoters, knowing that we're gonna F around and get left behind. So I don't think that he should get more praise than any of these other promoters are getting. Let's just keep it a buck, man. We can't big up one person for doing something and then ignore it when another promoter do it, or try to shit on another promoter when they do it and be negative about it, but then want to big up Al Heyman because he did it. Let's all keep it a buck on an even playing field. But Sylvester 2011, what's happening with it? Long time no see. PLG Ski, he says everyone using Turki for the unaffordable fights, which is good. Yeah, I mean, basically, man, it's like I continue to say, man, forget all of the promotional banging and all of that. It doesn't do shit for boxing fans. Just as long as all of these promoters are being able to put on the fights that we want to see as fans, that's all we should care about. You know what I'm saying? That's all we should care about. Just as long as we getting the fights made. I don't give a damn what promotional company is making them. You know what I'm saying? How they get made. As long as they get made, that's all we need to worry about. And I think now that Turki Alalshikh done kicked down the goddamn door, these fights are getting made. Fights that we weren't seeing getting made before, or we would have to wait for 5, 6, 7, 8 years for them to get made. They're getting made right away. Y'all think that we will be getting fights like a Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz if it wasn't for Turki Alalshikh? We wouldn't be getting that fight. If we wouldn't be getting that fight right now at all. We might be getting it 5 years from now. We definitely wouldn't be getting it right now. Oh, yeah, salute to Turki Alalshikh, and that's just one fight. A1, who's on salute? What it do? So yeah. PLG Ski says, Al made sure it was in America, though. Everyone else fighting at 12 p.m. This card is perfect for America. Yeah. That's a good point you brought up, PLG. That's a good point because Al Heyman did come through and bridge that gap to where now we get these big cards in America, right? But was it Al Heyman? Because we don't really know if it was Al Heyman because who is the headliner? Terrence Crawford is the headliner at that card. We know that Terrence Crawford wouldn't finna fight over in Dubai against a no-name opponent. So I don't know if it was Al Heyman. I don't know if it was Terrence Crawford, or I don't know if it was a mixture of both. But we getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's all we know. At the end of the day is we getting it. So that's good. It's good that we getting it. Yeah, we getting it, you know. That's what matters at the end of the day. So Turki Alalshikh is kicked down the doors in boxing. He's making these fighters stay active as hell. Let me turn this music down a little bit in the background. So what I mean by he's making these fighters stay so active, it's damn near like he's slaving them. And you know, don't take that term too far. Don't take it too far because I know how some of y'all could get. But what I mean by that is look at Virgil Ortiz, right? He already had Virgil Ortiz set up and scheduled for another fight before he even stepped in the ring on Saturday night, right? He already had Virgil Ortiz set up to fight in August when he just fought last Saturday, right? But even more so than that, the reason that made me come up with the he damn near slaving these fighters mentality, right? Is Deontay Wilder, he got to fight Big Bang Zhang on June the 1st. We don't even know if Wilder gets past Big Bang Zhang on June the 1st. And already Turki Alalshikh got Wilder scheduled to come right back on August the 3rd to fight Big Baby Anderson. Now, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's really get deep into that for a minute, because for a minute, these fighters, they was crying about it, rightfully so, right? They was having to sit on the shelf and they was getting one fight a year, two at very, very max. Deontay Wilder was having to sit and fight at once every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Fighters like Wilder was fighting once every 2 years. So it was a problem because a lot of these fighters was having to sit on the shelf and just basically waste out their prime years, right? Now, Turki is seeming like okay, y'all was only fighting once a year, once every 2 years. So now I'm going to really make y'all fight. I'm going to take it back to the 1980s to where I'm going to make y'all fight once every 2-3 months. And it's crazy because to have Wilder scheduled against Big Bang on June the 1st and then have him scheduled on August the 3rd to fight a big baby Jared Anderson, I'm like, hold on. Does Wilder even get past Big Zhang? Like, that's a dangerous fight. And can he get past a Big Bang Zhang without taking any punishment? Like, that's bold as hell to schedule Wilder on the August the 3rd card against a big baby Jared Anderson when you got Big Zhang in front of you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real, and people that know me know that Wilder is probably my favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite fighter, and it's not all due to his performances in the ring. Of course not, right? I just like Wilder as a person. I like how he, how he carry himself as a man. He hella down to earth, how he treat people. You don't see, a heavyweight champion of the world kicking it in a food court just after a fight, hanging out with the fans. So, I like Wilder for things like that. And I don't know. Like I said, man, I don't know if Wilder's going to even be able to get past Big Bang Zhang. Because one thing about Zhang, he not only has a lightning fast right hand, he not only has a fucking hard-ass jab, right? A right hand that'll knock you unconscious. But Big Bang Zhang, man, when it comes to his chin, he got a chin on a whole different level. Like, his chin is crazy. And y'all smash the like button because I know they not sending out my notifications. It's 55 people in here. So we know they not sending out my notifications at all. But smash on the like button. But like I said, man, his chin is on a whole nother level. And so in order for Wilder to knock him out, which is, I know how hard Wilder cracked, but him knocking out Zhang, Big Bang Zhang, I just can't see it. I can't see Big Bang Zhang laid out sleeping. He's able to take power like no other. And Wilder gonna have to hit him in the right spot with the right shot. And Zhang is not just gonna fall out like any of these other fighters do when they get hit by Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Wilder will break his hand on Zhang's big ass head before he knocks Zhang out. Creole Traveler says, nope, they not sending out notifications. He said, I stumbled on the live. Yeah, I know they not sending out my notifications. I mean, I can see that by the amount of people in here. But I'm not tripping. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna, and then, like I said, if the people do see it, stumble across the live stream, they could catch the, the playback. But anyway, like I said, it is real hard for me to see Wilder even getting past Zhang. And if he does get past Zhang, what type of punishment is he taking in that fight? So, but if he's able to go through and get past Zhang, Big Baby Miller is a fight that I would love to see Wilder in with. But see, this is the thing. I think the opponent should have been reversed. If you making Wilder and Big Baby Miller, I think Wilder and Big Baby Miller should have been a fight that should have took place before Wilder and Zhang. I think that it should have had Big Baby Miller and Wilder fight first. And then if Wilder got past Big Baby Miller, then you set him and Zhang up. Because I think that Zhang is a much more dangerous fight for Deontay Wilder than a Big Baby Jared Anderson. Big Baby Jared Anderson, if Wilder hit him, he's going to sleep for sure. So the same shot that Wilder can catch Zhang with, Zhang might walk through that shit. But that same shot will put Big Baby Jared Anderson to sleep. And I like Big Baby Jared Anderson, but he ain't got a chin like Zhang do. I don't know if it's anybody in the heavyweight division that has a chin like Zhang does. Zhang got a chin out of this world. James Kelly in the building. What's happening with it? Long time no see. And I appreciate you always coming through, showing love and supporting that super chat, man. James Kelly, salute to you. Bruce Gas in the building. What's happening with it, Bruce? J7 says if Turki wanted a good American heavyweight fight, he should have done both Big Baby against each other. He should have done both Big Babies against. Well, Big Baby is on that card. I like Big Baby against Andrew Ruiz. That's a hell of a card itself. You know what I'm saying? Here come a Tank fanatic. We ain't said nothing about Tank. We talking about Big Baby Jared, and this man coming here talking about now motherfuckers don't mind catchweights, but when it's Tank, it's a problem. Bro, ain't nobody said nothing about Tank Davis in this live stream yet. Bro, we know y'all love Gervonta Davis. Y'all can hold off a little bit. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Tank, bro. Y'all got to stop with this obsessions of these fighters, man. Let me ask you something, Mark, and any other fanatic or any other of any of these fighters. Money, I see you in the building. Mark, if your lights get cut off in your home right now, right, and you struggling, can you call Gervonta Davis to pay your motherfucking light bill? Answer yes or no. Do you think that you could put out a message to Gervonta Davis and let him know you fucked up, your family doing bad, and do you think that Tank Davis will pay your light bill? He says, nah. Okay, let's carry on. And the reason I say that it ain't just because of you is because I see a lot of people, man, they be ready to jump in front of a bus for one of these fighters, bro. We got to understand this is entertainment. And salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. But I'm just saying, man, people be going in 2024, people go too far for these fighters. So we're going to get on Tank. We're going to talk about the Tank and Floyd Mayweather situation, but a lot of fighters have done catch weight. Do I like to catch weight? Nah. Because if your ass can't make a fucking weight class, a weight division, move up to the next weight division. That's all I'm saying. I'm not big up in Ryan Garcia for doing it. I didn't like when Canelo was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I don't like this shit. So I'm keeping it straight down the middle for all of these fighters, bro. I'm not one of these dudes that's gonna come on here and do a live stream every day about one fighter because that's my favorite fighter and I love that fighter and I'm gonna defend that fighter. You know, I'm gonna defend that fighter more than I'm gonna defend any of my kids or any of the family around me. A lot of niggas do that shit and y'all see it every day. Whether it's Gervonta Davis, whether it's Devin Haney, whether it's Canelo Alvarez, whether it's whoever it may be. If you want content on a certain fighter, and it's Gervonta Davis, y'all know what channel to go to or channels to go to. If it's Canelo Alvarez, you know, I don't know, but you know, I'm pretty sure y'all know what Mexican channels to go to. If it's Devin Haney, y'all know what channels to go to. This ain't one of them channels and it ain't never gonna be because I'm not invested into none of these fighters like that, man. A lot of people, man, you like Shakur Stevenson. Nah, it's just that when I see narratives out there, when I know it's some bullshit or lies, I'm gonna come defend it. Just like I did when people was putting out narratives about Devin Haney. Just like I did when people was putting out false narratives about Tank. My favorite fighters really is, you know, based off of their character. I know any fighter, you know, can retire, lose, and it ain't really about losing. I know any fighter can retire or something can happen to him tomorrow. And then what I'm gonna do? I can't talk about that fighter no more. You know. But anyway, moving along, man. Wilder's in a dangerous situation, man. Wilder's in a very dangerous situation. And I just pray and hope that Wilder can get past Big Bang to see him and Jared Big Baby Anderson, because that's a fight that I really would like to see. And I think that's a winnable fight for Wilder. It's also a winnable fight for Jared Big Baby Anderson. They both can win that fight. But I think that that's a fight that Wilder could get a devastating knockout, because I really believe that if he hit Big Baby Anderson, he going to put that boy to sleep. But can he catch him? Or can Big Baby Anderson, outbox Wilder? It's something that I would love to see. I would love to see that, man. So moving along, right? It's crazy because that card, if Wilder makes it past Big Bang, and like they got that shit scheduled. So it ain't like he's like, okay, if he gets past Zhang, they kind of like already got that on the Terrence Crawford card. That if Wilder makes it to that Terrence Crawford card, right? If that shit falls through and he fights Big Baby Anderson, I think that's probably the best boxing card that we've ever seen in the history of boxing. That would have to be the best boxing card that we've ever seen in the history of boxing. Real talk. Can anybody, if Deontay Wilder and Big Baby Jared Anderson makes it on that card on August the 3rd, I believe, on the Terrence Crawford card, have we ever seen a boxing card that stacked? Like, I've been watching boxing since the 80s, and I can't tell you that we've ever had a boxing card that stacked like that. That would be the best boxing card I've ever seen in my whole entire career. That's the best boxing card I've ever seen in my whole life. Real talk. Yeah, J7, we coming with cards like this. The UFC can't say shit no more. Yeah, I know, Cash Crypto. That's why I'm saying this will be the best boxing card ever. By far. Money says Don King had 9 title fights on one card. That's not the best. Okay. Who were the 9 title fights, though? That's what matters. It doesn't matter because there was 9 title fights. The thing is, who were the 9 people on the title fights? Because just saying, well, Don King put together 9 title fights on one card. Who were the 9 title fights? That actually matters. So once again, name me the 9 people that were on the 9 title fights that was on that card, and then we could talk about if it's better than this card or not. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just would need to know who were the 9 fights on that card, and then we could talk. But as far as I know, that comes to my mind, right? This is the best card that I can ever remember seeing. Right? It's about who the fights were, not what belts was involved. Oh, so yeah, send me the 9 fights that was on that card, and then we can talk more about it. Bruce Gas says, I have seen more than any of you, and this is the best I've ever seen. Thank you, Bruce Gas. Enough said. And Bruce is an old school boxing historian, and he knows more boxing than me, Money, Knockout, and whoever else combined. And that's a fact. So if he's saying this is the best card he's ever seen, that's all I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to hear. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say that this is the best boxing card ever. If Deontay Wilder makes it to this boxing card with all the other fights that's on there already, this is the best boxing card ever. Knockout, salute. Jermaine Wood, salute. He says it's not the best fight on card is Zoo versus Ortiz. The other shit is just what? I can't even take none of your comments for the rest of the show serious. I can't even take money. All you do is like to argue, bro. Your sister is the lawyer, money. She's the defense attorney. You not. Just let your sister have it, bro. She went to school and she got the degree to be the defense attorney. You just the nigga that's like to argue all the time. So he want to argue with me, but he still ain't put the 9 fights that was on the Don King card. All I asked is show me the 9 fights money that was on the Don King card, and then we can go from there. Jermaine Wood, I'm not even taking his comments serious because that man just said that the rest of the fights on that card with Terrence Crawford is just fillers. Now you just running your mouth. How is a Deontay Wilder versus a big baby Jared Anderson a filler? How is a Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo a filler? What? Let me go to all the fights on that card. Hold on. There's so many fights on that card. I can't even hold on. There's so many fights on that card. I can't even remember all the fights on that card. But that damn card is stacked. Money. Stop typing that shit if you can't name me the 9 fights that was on that card. This nigga came in here and told me because he liked to argue. You know, I know money, bro. I know money better than any of y'all do. So money, he comes in here and tell me that the Don King card was better. Just to argue, right? So I said, okay, well, you might be right. Post the 9 fights that was on the Don King card. He been typing for the last 30 minutes, and he still ain't posted the 9 fights that was on the Don King card. All that typing you did, you could have been in post the 9 fights that was on the Don King card. But you know why you ain't posted them? Because you don't know them. You just talking. You just talking to argue. Knockout says David Morrell versus Hot Rod. He says Crawford versus Madrimov is fire. It's a fire ass card. Omega Red, salute. Let me find that card, right? Okay. So here's the card on August the 3rd. It is Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Fire. Crawford versus Ismail Madrimov. It's a good fight. I ain't gonna say that shit fire, but it's a good solid fight. I was watching Ismail Madrimov. He's a good fighter, but he ain't great. David Morrell versus Radivok. I don't really know him, but that's a good fight, right? Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo. That fight fire. Big Baby Miller versus Andy Ruiz. That's a good ass fight. Leo Santa Cruz versus Abner Mares. I ain't trying to see that. That shit trash. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? And Deontay Wilder versus Jared Big Baby Anderson. That shit fire. Knockout boxing. Now, this is where me and knockout boxing gonna have to disagree, bro. For you to come in here and say that Madrimov is the best, well, you said the best champion at 154, bro. I can't agree with you, bro. I can't agree that Madrimov is the best champion at 154. You know, I heard Terrence Crawford say that shit, and I didn't agree with Bud because when I went back and I looked at Madrimov, right, I was studying him. I studied when he won the championship title, right? First of all, he only had 10 fights. Second, right, the 10 fighters that he fought, they wasn't like that, bruh. They like he ain't fought no killers like that yet. Now I know his amateur background and all of that, right? I know his amateur background and all of that, but we talking about in the professional ranks. And when I went and looked at him fight, I wasn't just overly impressed. I wasn't overly impressed. When I looked at Madrimov fight, I was not overly impressed. You can't come in here and say that Fundora is trash and then say Ismail Madrimov is the best fighter at 154. Like that shit don't even make or the best champion at 154. You can't say that he better than Fundora off rip. Because like I said, I saw Madrimov fight, and he don't have the resume for us to even go back far enough to say that he really liked that right now. Like I said, I saw his last fight that when he won the championship title, and I wasn't overly impressed. He was solid, but it wasn't like nothing that I'm like, this motherfucker's just nasty. It wasn't no ooh and ah. It wasn't like I said, man, and I'm still doing my film study on him. Because I fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I fell asleep, so I'm still trying to do my film study on Madrimov, but he was solid. I saw a solid fighter, but I also saw a lot of holes in his game. And when I was watching him fight, he ain't that fast at all. He leave openings for counters, and I see a motherfucker that's intimidated by Terrence Crawford. When I saw the press conference, I see a motherfucker that's openly admitted that he was looking up to Terrence Crawford, and I see a motherfucker that's gonna go in there and get his ass knocked out. That's what I see. I see Ismail Madrimov going in there in awe because he's fighting one of his idols in boxing. He's giving Crawford too much fucking respect, and he gonna go in there and get his ass knocked out. And like I said, I saw somebody that was much slower than Terrence Crawford that leaves openings for, counters. And I see somebody that's going to get knocked out. So I wasn't overly impressed by him. So you can't say that Fundora is some trash and then call him the best fighter that has a championship belt at 154. Who has he beat to prove that? He ain't beating, ain't nobody on them dudes on his resume is trash. That motherfucking resume is garbage. That's one thing I can say in respect to the fighters. When I say trash, I don't mean it in that term, right? Because some people could take that shit literally. I mean that compared to like fighters like a Jamel Charlo and the top echelon fighters at 154, them guys on Ismail Madrimov resume, it ain't it. So he got a lot more to prove and to be stepping up and fighting the Terrence Bud Crawford with 10 fights. It's nuts for people to be like, oh man, Crawford fighting Ismail Madrimov, man. And you know what's crazy about that knockout? And I'm not saying that you would say some shit like this, right? You know what's crazy about this, bro? The same people that's like, man, Crawford stepping up to 154 and he fighting Ismail Madrimov, man. These are the same people that told you that, oh, Boots ain't ready. Boots got 30-something fights, and this man got 10 fights. And these are the same people that told you that Jerron Boots wasn't ready. Oh, man, Jerron Boots don't deserve to fight no Terrence Crawford. He ain't ready for Bud. He ain't ready for Bud. But these are the same people that's like, man, Bud moving up and he fighting the best fighter at 154, man. And this dude got 10 fights and ain't fought nobody. See how boxing is? You see how these fickle ass boxing fans do you? These boxing fans don't keep it 100 today. They don't. These motherfuckers all over the place. All over the place. Shit crazy. Quee, what's going on with it, Quee? And so when you point shit out, then you a hater. You hating on Crawford. Oh, you just hating on Crawford. No, y'all the motherfucker not keeping it above. Knockout said, I'm not overly impressed with him either. Just think he better than both Fundora and yeah, I can't even say that dude, Matazalev or whatever. Yeah, the cat that he just fought. I can't say that he's better than Fundora, bro. Because contrary to what people think, Fundora can fight his long ass off. That long motherfucker can fight. But we still, in meantime, we still waiting for Money Brown to drop those 9 fights. Just because you heard that Don King put on 9 championship fights, somebody else told you that, don't mean if you don't know who those 9 championship fights was, it don't mean that those 9 championship fights is better than this card that's coming up on August the 3rd. I rest my case until you can put up those 9 championship fights. And I know you heard it. I know you just heard it. I know somebody had to tell you and you didn't even see it. And you don't know who those people are because Money Brown would have been in type that shit. And if Money Brown was on this panel, you know how he would win this argument? By trying to yell over you and not talk and wouldn't stop talking. That's what that's how he'll try to win the argument. But we all know Money. If you had those 9 fighters, you would have been dropped it because you typing again, and all the time, all the words that you did type, you could have been and typed in 9 matches. You would have even sent me them on my motherfucking phone. You would have texted me the 9 matches. Take this L right there and hold it, Money. Money don't like losing. Take the L. You see that L right here? Hold it. Hold it. Hey. NH2 says the only name worth mentioning on the card that Money talking about is Hopkins versus Joppy. William Joppy was my guy. Then he started getting his ass beat. William Joppy was my guy for a minute. Bruce Gas. I'm gonna listen to Bruce Gas because, like I said, he know more boxing than he done forgot more about boxing than we'll ever know. And there's very few people I can say that about, myself especially, and Money know boxing too. I ain't gonna shit on Money and act like he don't know, boxing history. But he just didn't know who the 9 people on that card was. Hey, Bruce Gas says, I know Dunn had 5 on one card, but not 9. They only had 2 or 3 belts when King was in his prime. Damn, Bruce Gas. He came with it. He set all of y'all the F down. Bruce Gas said it wasn't even 9 championship bouts. He said it was 5 on one card, but not 9. He said, and they only had 2 or 3 belts when King was in his prime. Thank you, Bruce Gas. That's why Money Brown couldn't name those 9 championship fights. And he'll never be able to name those championship fights because it didn't happen. I rest my case. If you say some shit and you can't back it up and you can't prove it, it didn't happen, dog. It sounds good, but back to the fact that I said, Money, he likes to argue. He wanted to disagree with me just to argue. That was it. But yeah, this is the best fight card that I've ever seen, and into proven different than anybody on here has ever seen. Now Money Brown says, Bruce Gas, I'm on your helmet right now because you said that shit, and now you gonna try to take motherfuckers around the block and pretend like you didn't say that shit right, and pretend like you didn't put out something false. He says, Bruce Gas, you think this card is better than Hopkins versus Joppy? Nah, bro, you didn't even name Hopkins versus Joppy was on the card, and now you conceded and admitted that you said some bullshit that it wasn't 9 championship fights on one card. You just admitted it that it wasn't 9 champ. Why did you ever come in here to say it was 9 championship fights on the card, Money? Because you like to argue. Why you do that? You know I ain't the one to do that with if you can't prove shit. But anyway, hey. I got Money swinging in the air like motherfucking Trey from Boys in the Hood did when he walked in the house. He's swinging all in the air right now, y'all. NH2 said, you got to try really hard. He says, I mean, really hard to hate on this card. For real, man. For real. J7 said, I'm also looking forward to Bivol versus Bitterbean. Yeah, man, that 5-on-5 is fire too, but it ain't nothing like this card. He says, nigga, it was 9 championship fights. What the fuck are you talking about? You still ain't named them. You so quick to say it was 9 championship fights, so now I'm a lie, and you calling Bruce Gass a lie. When Bruce Gass knows more about boxing than you will ever learn in your whole entire life. If you live 2 lives, Bruce Gass still gonna know more about boxing than you. And you still ain't named. Bruce Gass had to come in here and name 1 fight that was on that card, and you didn't even do it. We didn't give your ass damn near over 30 minutes, and you still ain't named. Bruce Gass says, I had to look it up, but King did have 2 cards with 6 title fights on each card. In fact, did it twice in the same year. 6 fights. 6 ain't 9, bro. You're still 3 fights short, Money Brown, and you still ain't named me 1 fight that was on that card. Bruce Gass came and named the main fight that was on that card, and you ain't did it. Dust yourself off and try again. But you know, I've been whooping your ass down for years when it comes to debates and shit. For years. I've been whooping your ass for years when it comes to debates. Anyway, let's move along. Nigga, money beating broke his motherfucking TV. money gonna break his goddamn cell phone and shit. Oh man. Now let's move on though, man. Because another thing I want to talk about real quick. I want to get on Charlo, man. I don't know if any of y'all seen Charlo came and he copped a whole plea to Caleb Plant. He copped the whole plea to Caleb Plant. Charlo got on a live with Chad Ochocinco, and that man looked like he was about to break down and cry. And he apologized to Caleb Plant. He said he don't want no smoke with Caleb Plant, and that he's sorry that he grabbed Caleb Plant's beard. He said, I realize I'm in the wrong, you know. I shouldn't have did what I did, and I don't want no smoke with you. Like, I just want to be cool, you know. I don't want no smoke, basically. Jamal Charlo, my bad. Did I say Jamel? I meant Jamal. Appreciate the correction. Jamal Charlo. Yeah, Jamal Charlo caught the whole plea to Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant is so savage, he came out on some like, fuck all that. I don't want no apology. I want to fight. F all the apologies. I want to fight. So, yeah, Caleb, he ain't trying to hear that shit. He like, F what you talking about. I'm trying to fight. Ain't no getting out of this ass whooping. I want to store upon you. I want to put these hands on you. And it's cool that you apologize and everything, but we still need to get to it. So, yeah, it's crazy, man, because Caleb is in full savage mode, and Jamal Charlo is on some, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell going on with Jamal Charlo. I don't know what the hell is going on with Jamal Charlo. It's crazy, man. Jamal Charlo does not want no smoke with Caleb Plant. I think that hey, when Caleb slapped fire out that nigga, I think he intimidated Jamal Charlo. He intimidated Jamal Charlo. When Caleb slapped the shit out of him, he intimidated Jamal Charlo. I don't understand it. Like Caleb slapped the scared. He slapped that nigga to be scared. And you know who else did like the same thing? David Benavidez did that to Charlo. Actually, I was at the fight. Me and Money was at the fight when it happened. When David Benavidez ran up on Charlo and pushed him. Ever since then, Charlo ain't wanted no smoke with David Benavidez. You a goddamn lie. You ain't never did that to me. You know what I'm saying? and since you typed that, Keto, tell the world what happened in that kitchen when you tried to run up on me. Yeah. Yeah, Gina over here laughing because she see. Tell the world what happened in that kitchen when you tried to run up on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And salute to Keto. Keto, everybody always be asking me, who is that music? Well, for everybody that want to know who the music is in the background, there he is right there. That's his music that's playing in the background. That's his music that KQKC be playing on his channel. Yeah, that's my cousin Keto right there. That's his music. Everybody keep asking me about the music, Keto. I'm telling you, I already told you what it is. Joseph C say he ain't been the same since the divorce. He just been going through it with the family. Yeah, man, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Nah, I'm not even that's his personal business. I ain't gonna get into that. Keto, no. Money. You getting exposed, nigga, because you still ain't typed them 9 fighters that you claimed that was on the Don King card. Don't come over here and try to switch it to Keto is exposing. Nigga, you got exposed by me. Nigga, I'm talking to you. You got exposed by me. For real. Hey, my man Dank Father said 2 miles an hour so everybody sees you. Yeah. Hey, real talk. But Jamal Charlo out here bad. For real. Jamal Charlo out here bad. If y'all ever see me go out like a Jamal Charlo, y'all ain't gonna never see me on here again. I can't go out like no Jamal Charlo. Hey, what's my man name in Minister Society? Remember when they said I ain't gonna go out like no Willie Lump Lump? Remember that shit? I ain't finna go out like a Willie Lump Lump. I can't go out like no Jamal Charlo. You ain't gonna see me go out like no Jamal Charlo. Hey. Oh, snap. Man. What's the name of the zings? The songs, ETB? He said, what's the name of the songs? Rod is the one that's playing. And then the one I gave OGKQ a couple of them. I think he got lights got cut off in Big Money. That's the one that OG got. Man, they got some hits, like for real. But let's move on, right? Y'all smash the like button, because a lot of y'all in here right now ain't smashing the like button. Hold on real quick. Smash on the like button for me. Hit the like button. It's free. And he gonna be putting the music out. And when he do put it out, make sure that all of y'all always be asking me about the music. Make sure that y'all go download it. Soda Black say he can only find it on Spotify. Yeah, but that's the newer music. When he put these tracks that I have, they not on Spotify, they not on no platforms, but he gonna put them out, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody got to go support and download them. Am I featured on some of them songs? No, the song that me and him got, I ain't even put it out. I ain't put it out. But we could rock out to it. I can let y'all, for sure. Keto said his Spotify random as shit. He probably, to tell y'all the truth, me knowing him, he probably got more pop music on there than anything. He probably got more pop music on there than anything. He said the one is the girl singing my face. Oh, Soda Black. Oh, okay, yeah, that's you talking about this one right here. You talking about this cut right here. You talking about I'm the best. This one right here.
You right here, look this way. Focus so the picture clear, Betty. Hoping that I disappear, but I won't, cause I can't to the bank and the pot is clear. Thank God there's Shocker here. What you think? Don't care. Know that I'm there. Yeah, ranked as the top of there. My nigga, do you really wanna see me close? Fake ass rappers like CB4. No, we don't really wanna see Keto. Just the little nigga wanna see me coast. Right pad, cause I kick ass. Come there fast, be there in a little bit. Nuts got big, transform quick. Now I'm finna spit, then I'm back to a little bitch. Fuck with me, you got your lead. This rare breed, best of the best, east to the west, south to the rest. You can invest, just step to the leg. That's your heat, there's no thunder. I don't give a damn what you did last summer. Stunners, run up, get done up to sun up. Spinning little niggas like DJ.
I'm relaxing in my sandals trick. I'm wide a
that's that shit right there.
No, you can't handle it. And no, I'm not impressed. I feel like I'm the best. And yes, I'm talking to you.
They was talking that shit. That was a diss track. Y'all don't even know that was a diss track.
You fellas are bugging me. It's finna get ugly. Knowing you can't fuck with me. Gotta do what I gotta do. Verbal bullets, I pop a few. You offended, I'm talking to. They don't really wanna see shot. Going flat when I rap, I'm a clap in the beatbox. Other fellas like a weak block. Shoot a bullet and it fall to the ground when your heat drop. Ain't no competition we got. Better duck when I ride, plus lines like a T5. Give me high in the treetop. I'm making love to the beat like a track got a G5. And I'm chewing every MC, yo. Try to run with them, but they can't keep up, bruh. What you wanna face me for? Knowing that I'm nice and I can't beat you. Any nigga feel it better than me. Got any beat and turn on my valve. Show a nigga that I'm dope like speed or coke. You catch an overdose on my style. One of the best, so I make dough. Killing the niggas who really can't flow. Moving the crowd when I say so. Try to be me, but you can't. I feel that I'm on top. Put them on the shelf.
That shit go right there. Man. They got so much music. Y'all ain't even heard the shit that me and him got. Y'all ain't even heard the shit that me and him got, man. Got so much music. Shit is crazy. I'ma download this shit that me and him got on here so y'all can hear. That shit crazy too. So yeah. I appreciate the super chat, Soda Black. Appreciate you. And y'all smash the like button. So getting back to it, man. Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis. They've been going at it. Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis, they've been really getting at each other. And a lot of people is wondering, is this beef real? Is the beef that they got, is it really real? And, Ryan Garcia, like I said, man, if y'all watch my video, Ryan Garcia is Screech from Saved by the Bell. Now, for the older cats that's in here, y'all know Screech from Saved by the Bell. He was a motherfucker. You couldn't tell him a secret because 3 minutes after you told him that secret, he was telling it to the whole world. That's Ryan Garcia. You can't tell Ryan shit because he gonna tell. And Ryan came out and he said, well, Floyd Mayweather and Tank, they beefing because Tank ran up in Yaya. Now, and for those who don't know, I mean, if you've been living under a rock, Yaya is Floyd Mayweather's daughter. Now, this is something that I've been knowing ever since like 2017, 2018, right? Been knowing this. In my past live streams years ago, I always told people I knew why Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis got into it, but I always refused to say why it was. People was asking me, well, what's the reason? What's the reason? I was like, nah, I ain't finna go there. Like, right? I'm not finna put their personal business out in the open like that because I just don't do that, right? I could have got a bunch of views if I had made a video talking about that shit years ago, but I wasn't gonna do it, right? Because, you know, I don't think that has nothing to do with boxing. And that's shit I don't, you know, I wasn't gonna talk about. But now that Ryan Garcia put it out there, and everybody know because Ryan is he's a public figure. Now we could talk about it, right? Now I could talk about it. And it's true. Yeah, Tank did do that shit. Tank did do that. That's why they initially had problems. Right after it happened, they was really, really having problems. Floyd didn't even want to work with Tank no more. And that's when Floyd kind of came and he threatened Tank Davis with a Lomachenko fight, right? And for people that's like, oh, well, how did you know? How did you know? I knew because somebody that was real close to Tank Davis at the time, y'all know who he is, but I'm not finna tell you who that person is because when I was told this, I said, oh, yeah, I ain't gonna say no, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I'm not finna, make no videos or I'm not ever gonna say nothing about it. At that time, I didn't even have no channel at the time. I didn't have no channel, but I used to do boxing on, I used to talk boxing on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because before I got a YouTube channel and everything, I used to do live streams and shit and talk boxing on Facebook. But at that time, I didn't have no YouTube channel. But like I said, I was on Facebook and then I was like, nah, I'm not going to say nothing about it. Like I would never do that. And it was just some shit that I always knew I never talked about. But it's definitely 1,000% facts. Floyd Mayweather, Tank Davis was going behind Floyd's back and he was, fucking with his daughter. And, some of y'all gonna get to crying and shit and saying I'm hating on Tank. I ain't nobody hating on Tank. I'm just telling y'all what the facts, what happened. And at the time, Yaya was 17. Tank was young. I think Tank was probably like 20 or 21. You know what I'm saying? It was when Tank was, then it was right after Tank had won his first championship, right? And Floyd was pissed about that shit, as he should be. A lot of motherfuckers be so worried about these fighters, like, oh man, because I talked about it in the video, but I didn't really get extensive on it in the video, right? I didn't really go into details. I just referenced it and I said that Ryan was telling the truth. Motherfuckers are so worried about protecting their favorite fighter. Oh man, you hating on Tank and you gossiping. Nigga, it's some shit that's out, right? So anyway, they was worried about that instead of looking at the situation like, yeah, he my favorite fighter, but he was in the wrong. I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. At that point in time, Floyd Mayweather had took Gervonta Davis under his wing. You know what I'm saying? He was taking care of Tank, lacing him with cars, jewelry, and whatnot, because Tank was one of his fighters. And we know why Floyd was doing it, because Floyd seen potential in Tank. Floyd knew that he had a potential superstar in Tank. So, you know, he did what a lot of these promoters do. They stay close and they give him cars and buy him shit, you know. That's what they do. If Floyd ain't doing that shit for any other Rudy Poot in his gym, we know that. So we know why he was doing it, but he was still taking care of him, looking out for Tank, and he looked at Tank as one of his, you know, little brothers, his protege. And then when he went behind his back and did that shit, of course he gonna feel some type of way. Of course he gonna feel like this little nigga, you know what I'm saying? He really playing with me. Like, nigga, my daughter? All these women around and you gonna, you know, my daughter? So yeah, ever since then, Floyd Mayweather has felt some type of way. Let me get this fucking clown ass nigga up out of my chat. You know what I'm saying? Now you could look in from the outside and you can't type no more. Clown ass fuck nigga. But anyway, come on, I sound like a nigga from another channel. I'm taking like you a fucking idiot. But anyway, so yeah, Floyd is going, you know, one of them, you know, he one of them man fanatics. That's all he is, a man fanatic and shit. But anyway, you got to look at the situation. If you got a daughter, how you gonna take that? And I'm not saying that, you know, yeah, they was both young, but you still got to look at the situation. Like, I don't give a fuck, little nigga. Nigga, why is you all these women I got around you? I got hundreds of women around you, you know what I'm saying, that you can have your choice, and you gonna go behind my back and fuck with my daughter? So Floyd has a right to feel some type of way. So these beefs that Floyd and Gervonta Davis have throughout the years, a lot of shit is promotion, because they always come up with the beef when Tank got a fight coming up. But the things that be said between the both of them, they really feel that type of way. You know what I'm saying? So they choose to just keep it to themselves until Tank has a fight coming up. And then how do they promote the fight? Well, you know what I'm saying, getting everything off their chest. Tank gonna get shit off of his chest, how he feels about Floyd, and Floyd gonna get shit off of his chest on how he feels about Tank. Knowing that the way that we feel about each other, this shit real, but we also gonna use it to promote. So to me, it's both. The shit that you see them saying is real, but they understand as businessmen, they gonna use it to promote. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do Gervonta Davis really think that Floyd owe a lot of people money, and Floyd be on some fuck shit, and Floyd be hating behind the scenes? Yes. Tank Davis does feel that way about Floyd Mayweather. Does Floyd Mayweather feel that Tank is a little zesty? Yeah, he feel that way about Tank. A lot of niggas feel that way, but you know, at the end of the day, the bigger picture is they both understand that they have to come together to be able to promote. Hollywood say so the beef not fake. Like I said, deep down, no. They don't like each other like that. Deep down, nah, it ain't fake. But they understand that getting shit off their chest to hype up a fight, that's what they do. No, it's like behind the scenes, right? Because I know a lot of shit behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they've got into it a lot of times behind the scenes, right? But they don't bring it to the internet, right? They don't take their beef to the internet. A lot of people around them know this. They just don't take it to the internet. Now, when Tank has a fight coming up, he chooses to take it to the internet. Let's take it to the internet. When other times they just, you know, they'll just leave it off the internet and go quiet, and you know, they gonna keep their feelings to themselves. So, bro, they really do have these ill feelings towards each other, because ever since Tank Davis did that shit that he did, and Floyd really had beef with him back then. Floyd, you know, they came together and they eventually, you know, patched shit up, and Floyd forgave him, but did he really forgive him? So Tank feels that ever since then that Floyd has been hating on him. Floyd feels some type of way against him by little shit that he do behind the scenes. But it's like, on the other hand, if you think about it, does Tank feel this way because he know that he did some shit that he shouldn't have did? Real talk. Does Tank feel this way because he know that he did some shit back then that he shouldn't have done, but now he feels that, you know, hey, I did some shit, I apologize for it. You know, I was young at the time. Now I'm a man, and you got to eventually get over this shit. And you got to eventually forgive me for the shit that I did, but he feel that Floyd ain't never got over it. Maybe that's it. Jermaine Wood says, how does it help promote the fight when Tank supposedly not with Mayweather Promotions? Let me tell you like this, man. All of that Tank ain't with Mayweather Promotions. At the end of the day, when Tank step in that ring, Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather, they getting the bag out of that shit. So whether he with Mayweather Promotions, whether he just with Amazon Prime and Al Heyman, Floyd is getting the bag off of that shit. Straight up and down. People can believe that shit if they want to. Why you think Leonard Ellaby is right there? Leonard Ellaby works for Floyd Mayweather. It ain't the other way around. As long as Floyd is on this earth, Leonard Ellaby will be working for Floyd Mayweather. Leonard Ellaby the underboss, Floyd Mayweather over all them niggas. And Floyd Mayweather works hand in hand with Al Heyman. You think when the PBC started, and once Floyd started getting them $300, $400 million checks, he wasn't helping Al Heyman invest? Come on, man. Y'all better know it. Y'all think Floyd money ain't deeply tied into the PBC? Now, another thing with this, right? Tank Davis, he came out, and to a lot of people, he revealed that Floyd is stuck over in Dubai. Floyd can't get out of Dubai because he owes some people a lot of money over there. I don't know. Who can really verify that to say that is the truth or not? I don't know. It could be true. It might not be. You know what I'm saying? It might. I don't really know if that's true or not. Y'all smash the like button too. Let's see where these likes is at. Let me see where these likes is at. Smash on the like button if you in the building. And if y'all wonder how come I'm not talking about Canelo and Jaime Munguia, well, keep wondering, because I ain't talking about that shit. I'm not going to talk about it. And that's just what it's going to be. But let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. But yeah, man, I don't know about that whole Floyd stuck in Dubai and all that shit. All I gotta say about that, don't be surprised if y'all don't see Floyd Mayweather into Gervonta Davis's fight night, and then all of a sudden you see Floyd Mayweather in the ring with that smile and shit clapping in the middle of the ring soon as Tank is about to fight Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this before. We didn't seen this shit happen before. I think that it's public. The reason why this shit is promotion, right? Like, I know some of the shit that they saying about each other, they really feel that way. But the reason why I say some of it is promotion is because when do you ever see Floyd Mayweather go on an Instagram account, right, and talk bad about another fighter? Floyd don't go on social media to talk bad about another fighter, right? Floyd always gonna want to act like he's so rich that he gonna take the high road. Floyd might do some shit behind the scenes, but he definitely ain't gonna go on no Instagram and share Instagram posts with Shakur Stevenson calling out Tank and share Instagram posts with Gervonta Davis, you know, dancing around the house doing his, you know, normal zesty ass shit that he do. He ain't finna do all of that. That shit is about promotion. That it's about promotion. So, like I said, I know what it is. But like I said, it's kind of like when you get to joning with your homeboy, and then one of them get personal, and shit get real personal, and then you like, damn, this how you felt the whole time? And then all gloves is off. That's probably what you saw in that situation. But we've seen this happen between Floyd and Tank Davis every time they have a fight coming up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody gonna tell you but me, because everybody gonna keep it political when it comes to their favorite fighter. Everybody gonna act like their favorite fighter is Superman and they the best thing since Mike Tyson. But if y'all don't think that they competing with Ryan Garcia, even though we don't know yet what the numbers that Ryan Garcia and Devin did, if y'all don't think that they competing to make this pay-per-view bigger than whatever Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney did, y'all lying to yourselves. So they're going to do whatever they have to do to make this pay-per-view as big as they can. All of that if y'all think that Tank can just sit around and not say nothing and not do nothing, you know, out of the norm to promote this fight, y'all are lying to yourselves. It's a new day and age. Tank Davis, he has to do something different to promote a fight with him and a Frank Martin. These casual fans don't know who the hell no Frank Martin is. And like I keep telling people, for those who want to pretend like, oh man, the only reason Tank and Ryan Garcia did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys is because of Tank. You another motherfucking lie. Because ain't no million extra people woke up and said they was going to buy Gervonta Davis's pay-per-view just because. So stop lying. Stop running with false narratives that y'all know are false, because y'all got more common sense than that. Tank ain't doing no motherfucking million pay-per-views by himself. So yeah, they have to do more to promote the pay-per-view. And yes, he is. And yes, they is trying to compete with Ryan Garcia. Because when you put a fighter on that pedestal and you name him the face of boxing, right? You name him the face of boxing off of one pay-per-view that he did with another big name fighter. Well, now he got to live up to that. And he can't do it without promoting. He can't just sit around and be quiet and train and think this pay-per-view is going to do 1 million buys or 500,000 buys. I mean, y'all can listen to these fucking channels all you want to that's running with these false narratives and these fans. But like I said, most of the fans that run with this false shit is young niggas that can't even afford to buy these pay-per-views. Them same niggas that's posting about their favorite fighter every day, guarantee you, when they motherfucking favorite fighter fight, they turn on that goddamn fire stick. So, yeah, this is promotion that y'all seeing. Frank Martin is just not a big enough name. And Frank Martin don't even talk. So, luckily, right, when you go back to Tank Davis's pay-per-views, right, his biggest pay-per-view before Ryan Garcia was Rolly, and that was 250,000 buys. Rolly was able to boost it because Tank was in there with somebody that was going to talk. Tank don't do too much talking. Tank was in there with Garcia, right? Hector Garcia. That's his name? Yeah, Hector Garcia before he fought Ryan Garcia. That did about 200K pay-per-view buys, him and Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia don't speak English. Then you got Tank that don't talk. When you got Ryan Garcia, a motherfucker that's going to do outlandish shit, that's going to do everything he got to do to promote the pay-per-view, then the pay-per-view blew out it did 1.2 million pay-per-view, because not only do you have somebody that's going to do all the promotion, you got somebody that has a name, and you got a fight that people want to see. Two fighters that people want to see fight, right? Now you go back to Frank Martin. Yeah, he a good fighter, but people don't know who he is. People don't know who he is, right? He don't talk. He ain't gonna do no. What type of promotion Frank Martin gonna do? He don't know how to promote. So now you got two fighters that's just gonna basically put in work and usually don't do too much talking. That's kind of camera shy. So now you see Tank Davis get in the beef with Floyd Mayweather to get people talking about the fight more, to get the casuals invested. And then when you see Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, maybe a day before the fight, show up to the press conference. Now everybody like, oh man, I thought Floyd and Tank had beef. Did you see Floyd? Man, Floyd in the building. More eyes. A way to promote. Jermaine Wood says they got to do extra because the Mexicans have been taking over boxing with their money and support for the fighters. We as blacks don't support our own. Look at Spence versus Crawford. Enough said. Facts. That's another thing I keep saying. All these niggas is typing about these fighters in the comments every time they hear anything about their favorite fighter, crying and shit. They the same ones that's plugging in that motherfucking fire stick and they ain't paying for the fights. And that's a fact. Numbers don't lie. But when Canelo fight, I bet you he gonna do big numbers. I ain't supporting that shit, but I bet you his people will. I bet you them same motherfuckers that's crying in the comments about Canelo, right, and trying to protect him, that's willing to jump in front of a motherfucking train for him. I bet you them motherfuckers, they gonna put fight parties together. They gonna pay for that shit. They gonna Viva Mexico all night. For real. Hollywood says, I don't know anybody who paid for fights, bro, past 6 years. I'll pay for fights that I want to see. I paid for this fight with Devin Haney and I I paid. I paid for the fight for Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I thought it was a good. I ain't gonna say good event. The event was some trash, but I thought it was a good fight. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, real quick. Yeah. But y'all hit my like button. I gotta cut it short. I got an emergency I gotta go take care of right now. I gotta cut this live stream short. I still have some shit I want to cook on, but I gotta cut it short, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, that hit the like button, that commented. But I gotta go, y'all. Sorry about that. I gotta cut it short. Salute to everybody in the building.